There is a reason you did not scroll past this moment. Out of everything that could have taken your attention, something deeper inside you made you stay. And I need you to understand this very clearly. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is not just another message passing by your eyes. This is intentional. This is precise. This is something that has been aligned for you to hear at this exact moment in your life. Because what you are about to realize will explain everything you have been feeling, everything you have been going through, and everything that is about to change. God is saying to you right now, I have been watching you. Not casually, not from a distance, but closely, intentionally, with full awareness of every step you have taken. And what I am about to say is not something I say lightly. I am impressed with you. You have just come through a series of tests that most people would have failed in the very first stage. You didn't just face one challenge, you faced many, layered one after another, without warning, without explanation, without relief. And still, you kept going. Even when you felt like stopping, even when your strength felt drained, even when your mind was filled with questions that had no answers, you did not walk away. That is what sets you apart. That is what makes this moment different. Because you were not just surviving, you were being shaped, you were being refined, you were being prepared for something that could not be given to you until you became strong enough to carry it. One of the tests you faced came as delay, long, exhausting waiting where nothing seemed to move no matter how much you prayed, no matter how much effort you gave. It felt like you were being ignored, like your voice was not being heard, like your time was being wasted. But even in that silence, you did not completely lose your faith. You questioned, yes. You struggled, yes. But you did not fully let go. That mattered more than you realized. Then came the test of betrayal. Someone you trusted, someone you did not expect, turned their back on you. And that moment could have hardened your heart forever. You had every reason to become cold, to stop trusting, to stop believing in people. But you didn't become what hurt you. You chose to feel, you chose to process, and even though it changed you, it did not destroy the goodness within you. That is rare. That is powerful. That is something I saw when no one else did. There was also the test of silence, when your prayers felt like they were hitting a wall, when you spoke and heard nothing back, when you waited for a sign and none came. That kind of silence breaks many people. It makes them walk away. It makes them believe they are alone. But you kept speaking. Even when you felt unheard, you did not completely disconnect. That persistence, that quiet refusal to give up, that is what I was looking at the entire time. If you are still here listening, then this message is reaching exactly where it needs to reach. This is not just something you hear, this is something you feel. And that feeling is not accidental. It is confirmation. Because there was also a test of endurance, where everything in your life seemed to demand more from you than you felt capable of giving. Your energy was low, your motivation was fading, your mind was tired, and still you kept moving forward. Not perfectly, not consistently, but you did not stop completely. That is what matters. That is what counts. There was a test of humility, where you had to accept things you did not understand, where you had to release control, even when every part of you wanted to hold on tighter. You had to let situations unfold without your interference, without your ability to fix them, and that is one of the hardest things to do. Yet you went through it. There was also a test of isolation, where you felt alone even when you were surrounded by people. You felt disconnected, misunderstood, like no one truly saw what you were carrying inside. And in that loneliness, you had a choice: to follow the crowd just to feel included, or to stand in your truth, even if it meant standing alone. You chose to stand. And that choice is what defined you more than anything else. And then came the final test, the one that felt like everything was being taken from you at once, the one that made you question everything you believed, everything you hoped for, everything you trusted. That moment where it felt like if one more thing went wrong, you would completely break. That was the point where most people would have given up, where most people would have walked away, where most people would have said, "It is not worth it anymore." But you didn't fully let go. Even in your lowest moment, even in your weakest state, something inside you held on. It may not have been strong, it may not have been loud, but it was there, and that was enough. That is why you are still here. That is why you are hearing this now, because you have completed something that many never complete. You have finished a cycle that was not meant to destroy you, but to reveal you to yourself. What you are feeling now, that mix of exhaustion and quiet strength, that is not weakness. That is the sign that something has ended and something new is beginning. You are not the same person who entered those tests. You cannot go back to thinking the same way, reacting the same way, accepting the same things. Something inside you has shifted. Even if your external life looks the same right now, internally you have moved to a different level. And because of that, what is about to come into your life will match who you have become, not who you used to be. There are things that were delayed not because you were denied, but because you were not ready yet. If they had come earlier, they would have overwhelmed you, or you would have lost them through the very struggles you were still learning to overcome. But now you are different. Now you are stronger. Now you are more aware. And because of that, doors that once remained closed will begin to open. Not all at once, not in a way that feels overwhelming, but in a way that is precise, intentional, and aligned with your growth. You will start to notice changes, small at first, but undeniable. Opportunities will appear in ways you did not expect. People will enter your life who reflect the level you have reached. And at the same time, some people will quietly exit your life. Do not be confused by this. Do not chase what is leaving. This is not loss. This is alignment. Space is being created for what belongs to you now. You have spent so much time trying to prove your worth in places that never recognized your value. That season is ending. You will no longer feel the need to explain yourself, to convince others, to seek validation from those who cannot see what is inside you. Instead, you will carry a quiet confidence, not loud, not arrogant, but steady and unshakable. It will come from knowing that you are supported, guided, and positioned exactly where you need to be. As you move forward, you will begin to notice confirmations, not always dramatic, not always obvious, but clear enough for you to recognize. A door will open at the exact moment you needed it. A conversation will bring clarity when you felt uncertain. A sense of peace will come over you in situations where you expected anxiety. These are not coincidences. These are signs that you are being guided step by step. Pay attention to them. Trust them. Let them strengthen your faith in what is unfolding, because what is coming into your life now will require you to let go of one thing that has been quietly holding you back for a long time, the belief that you are not enough. That belief may feel familiar, it may feel comfortable because you have carried it for so long, but it does not belong to who you are becoming. You must release it, because where you are going, that kind of thinking cannot follow. There will be moments where things move quickly, where opportunities come and you must act with courage. And there will also be moments where everything slows down and you must wait with patience. Do not mistake either one as failure or delay. Both are part of the rhythm being set for your life. You are not behind, you are not late, you are exactly where you need to be. Do not compare your journey to anyone else, because what is being built in you is specific, it is intentional, it is unique. The tests you passed were designed for your calling, and the rewards that follow will be just as specific.
Doubt may try to return, telling you that this change is temporary, that you are not really ready, that this will not last. When those thoughts come, do not give them space. Remember what you have already overcome. Remember how far you have come. That is your proof.
You are stepping into a new level, not by accident, but by design. And this level comes with responsibility. People will begin to notice something different about you, even if they cannot explain it. They will feel your presence, your peace, your strength. You will influence others without even trying, simply by being who you have become. This is not just about you. It was never only about you. Your journey will become a light for others who are still walking through their own darkness. And as this happens, you will also feel a deeper connection within yourself, a sense of clarity that does not need constant explanation, a peace that remains even when everything around you is uncertain. This is what you have been prepared for. This is what all those tests were leading to. And now you stand at a point where your life begins to align in ways you once hoped for but could not yet see. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. You do not need to have every answer. You only need to take the next step. Because everything ahead of you has already been prepared to meet the person you have become. And that person is stronger than you realize, more capable than you believe, and more ready than you feel. This is your confirmation. This is your moment. Do not go back. Keep going. And as you continue forward, there is something you must understand at a deeper level, something that will change the way you see everything around you. What you went through was not just about surviving difficult moments, it was about transformation. It was about becoming someone who can carry what is coming next without breaking under its weight. Because what is ahead of you is bigger than what is behind you, and without the strength you built through those tests, you would not have been able to hold it together. That is why the process felt so intense. That is why the pressure felt so heavy. That is why the timing felt so slow. It was not punishment, it was preparation. There were moments when you felt like nothing was happening, when days turned into weeks and weeks into months without any visible change. You questioned whether your efforts were worth it, whether your patience was being wasted, whether your faith was going unnoticed. But what you could not see was everything that was being aligned behind the scenes. Every delay was positioning something in your favor. Every closed door was protecting you from something that was not meant for you. Every moment of confusion was redirecting you towards something better. You may not have understood it then, but you are beginning to understand it now. And this understanding is what will keep you steady as things begin to shift in your life. If you are still here, still listening, then this part is especially for you. Because not everyone stays this long. Not everyone has the patience to receive what is deeper than surface-level words. And the fact that you are still here means something inside you is recognizing the truth in what is being said. You are not just hearing this, you are connecting with it. And that connection is not accidental. It is confirmation that you are aligned with what is unfolding in your life right now. You will begin to notice that your perspective is changing in ways that feel subtle at first, but powerful over time. Situations that once overwhelmed you will no longer have the same effect. Problems that once felt impossible will now feel manageable. This is not because life has suddenly become easier, but because you have become stronger. You have gained a level of awareness that allows you to see beyond the immediate moment. You are no longer reacting the same way. You are responding with clarity. And that shift alone will change the outcomes of your life in ways you cannot fully measure yet. There is also a quiet confidence rising within you, one that does not need to be announced or proven. It does not depend on validation from others or approval from the outside world. It comes from within, from everything you have experienced, everything you have endured, everything you have overcome. You are starting to trust yourself in a way you did not before. You are starting to listen to your inner voice instead of doubting it. And this trust
will guide you into decisions that align with your true path. At the same time, you may notice that certain things no longer interest you the way they used to. Conversations that once felt important may now feel empty. Situations that once held your attention may now feel draining. This is not a loss. This is growth. You are outgrowing what no longer matches your level. And while that may feel uncomfortable at times, it is necessary because you cannot carry old patterns into a new level of life. You cannot hold on to what you have outgrown and expect to fully step into what is meant for you. There will also be a shift in your relationships. Some people will come closer to you, drawn by the peace and strength they feel in your presence. Others will slowly drift away, not because you did anything wrong, but because they are no longer aligned with who you are becoming. Do not try to hold on to those who are leaving. Do not chase after what is naturally moving away. This is part of the balance being restored in your life. What remains will be more genuine, more supportive, more aligned with your growth. You have spent a long time trying to prove your worth, trying to show others who you are, trying to be understood by people who were not willing to see you clearly. That phase is ending. You will no longer feel the need to explain yourself to those who do not understand you. You will no longer seek validation from places that cannot give it to you. Instead, you will stand in a quiet assurance, knowing your value without needing it to be confirmed by anyone else.
As you move into this new phase, you will begin to see signs that you are on the right path. These signs will not always be obvious or dramatic, but they will be clear enough for you to recognize. A moment of peace in the middle of chaos, a solution appearing just when you needed it, a sense of clarity replacing confusion. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that you are being guided step by step. Pay attention to them. Trust them. Let them strengthen your confidence in the direction you are moving. There is also something important you must release as you step forward, and that is the belief that you are not ready. That thought has followed you for a long time, making you question yourself, making you hesitate, making you doubt your ability to handle what comes next. But that belief is no longer true. You are ready. You have been made ready through everything you have experienced, every challenge you faced, every lesson you learned, every moment you pushed through when you felt like giving up. All of it has prepared you for this moment. You may still feel uncertain at times, and that is okay. Readiness does not mean you have no fear. It means you move forward despite it. It means you trust that you will figure things out as you go. It means you believe that you have what it takes, even if you do not have all the answers yet. And that is exactly where you are right now. There will be opportunities placed in front of you that require courage to accept. They may not look perfect, they may not feel completely comfortable, but they will carry a sense of rightness that you cannot ignore. Trust that feeling. Do not wait for everything to feel easy before you take a step. Sometimes the right path requires you to move forward even when you feel unsure. And when you do, you will realize that you are supported in ways you did not expect. You are also entering a time where your efforts will begin to produce visible results. For a long time, you have been putting in effort without seeing immediate outcomes. You have been patient, you have been consistent, even when it felt like nothing was changing. But now, things are beginning to shift. The seeds you planted are starting to grow. The work you put in is starting to show results, and while it may not happen all at once, it will happen steadily. As these results begin to appear, it is important that you remain grounded. Do not let success pull you away from the humility that has carried you this far. Remember where you came from. Remember what you went through. Let that keep you balanced, because the way you handle what is coming will determine how far you are able to go. There will also be moments when you are tempted to return to what is familiar, especially when new challenges arise.
The unknown can feel uncomfortable, and your mind may try to pull you back into old habits or old ways of thinking. But that past is no longer where you belong anymore. You have already moved beyond it. Going back will only slow you down. You are meant to continue forward even when it feels unfamiliar.
You were not the same person you used to be. That version of you has grown, has evolved, has transformed, and the life that matches who you are now is waiting for you ahead, not behind you. Keep moving forward with that understanding. Keep trusting the process. Keep believing in what is unfolding, even when you cannot see the full picture yet. Because everything you have been through has led you to this point. Everything has been preparing you for what is next, and what is next will reflect the strength, the patience, and the faith you have shown. This is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning of a new level, and you are ready for it, even if part of you is still catching up to that truth. And as you continue walking forward from this moment, there is something even deeper you must understand about what is unfolding in your life. The changes that are beginning to happen around you are not random shifts or temporary phases. They are part of a realignment that has been forming quietly for a long time. Long before you noticed anything changing, long before you felt the pressure of those tests, things were already being arranged in ways you could not see. That is why certain paths closed even when you wanted them to stay open. That is why certain plans did not work out even though you tried your best. At the time, it felt confusing, even painful, but now you are beginning to see that those moments were redirecting you towards something that fits who you are becoming. There will be a period where you look back at your past and realize how much has changed inside you. The person you were a year ago, even a few months ago, is not the same person you are now. Your thinking has shifted, your awareness has deepened, your reactions have become calmer and more thoughtful. Situations that once pulled you into frustration or fear will now be met with a different response. Instead of reacting immediately, you will pause. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you will look for clarity. This is one of the clearest signs that your growth is real. Transformation does not always look dramatic on the outside, but internally it changes everything. You may also notice that your sense of direction begins to sharpen. Things that once felt confusing will start to make more sense. Opportunities that once seemed hidden will begin to appear more clearly. This does not mean that every step will be easy or perfectly clear, but it means you will feel a stronger sense of guidance within you. That inner guidance will help you make decisions that align with the path meant for you. Trust that feeling. Do not ignore it simply because it feels unfamiliar. Sometimes the right direction feels different precisely because it is leading you away from the patterns that kept you stuck before. There will also be a restoration of energy within you. There were seasons when you felt drained, when even simple tasks felt heavy, when your motivation seemed to disappear for long periods of time. That exhaustion was not just physical, it was emotional and spiritual as well. You were carrying too many questions, too many uncertainties, too many expectations that had not yet been fulfilled. But now that weight is beginning to lift. A steadier kind of strength is rising within you. It will not feel rushed or overwhelming. Instead, it will feel calm and consistent, like a quiet current moving you forward without forcing you. As this energy returns, you will begin to feel more capable of taking steps that once felt intimidating. Decisions that once filled you with hesitation will now feel possible. You will not suddenly become fearless, but fear will no longer control your choices the way it once did. You will acknowledge it, but you will keep moving anyway. That is what real courage looks like. It is not the absence of fear, it is the willingness to move forward despite it. There will also be moments where people begin to notice something different about you. They may not be able to explain it clearly, but they will sense a change in the way you carry yourself. The peace you are developing will be visible in the way you speak, the way you respond, the way you handle situations that once would have disturbed you deeply. This influence will grow naturally.
You will not need to force it or prove anything to anyone. It will simply be the result of everything you have lived through and everything you have learned from those experiences. At the same time, not everyone will understand this new version of you. Some people may question your decisions or feel uncomfortable with the changes they see. Others may interpret your growth as distance or difference. Do not let that discourage you. Growth often changes the dynamics of relationships. The people who truly align with your path will remain and grow alongside you. Those who do not may gradually step away. This is not something you need to control or fix. It is part of the natural process of your life moving into a new alignment. You will also become more protective of your time and your energy. In the past, you may have given too much of yourself to situations that did not value what you brought. You may have spent energy trying to fix things that were never meant to be yours to carry. But now you are learning to recognize what deserves your attention and what does not. This is not selfishness, this is wisdom. Protecting your peace is part of maintaining the strength you have worked so hard to build. There will be opportunities placed before you that require responsibility as well as courage. Some of them may appear suddenly, asking you to step into roles or situations you did not expect. When that happens, do not let doubt convince you that you are not capable. The experiences you have been through have already prepared you in ways you may not fully realize yet. The challenges you faced built resilience, patience, and understanding within you. Those qualities are exactly what will help you handle what comes next.
As you move further into this season, you will also start to see how different pieces of your life connect together. Things that once seemed unrelated will begin to make sense as part of a larger picture. The delays you experienced, the relationships that changed, the lessons you learned during difficult times, all of them will reveal a purpose that was not visible before. This realization will bring a deep sense of peace because it will show you that nothing you went through was wasted. You will understand that every moment of doubt taught you clarity, every moment of pain taught you compassion, and every moment of waiting taught you patience. Those lessons have shaped you into someone capable of handling life with greater wisdom, and that wisdom will guide you as new opportunities begin to appear. There will also be a stronger sense of discipline developing within you. You will begin to recognize that lasting change does not come from occasional bursts of motivation, but from consistent actions taken day after day. This understanding will help you stay steady even when progress feels slow. Instead of becoming discouraged by small setbacks, you will keep moving forward with patience. That consistency will build something stronger and more lasting than anything created through quick success. Another change you may notice is the way your thoughts begin to shift. Patterns of worry or self-doubt that once repeated in your mind will start to lose their power. In their place, you will develop a clearer and more focused way of thinking. You will begin to see possibilities where you once saw only obstacles. This shift will not happen overnight, but as it continues to grow, it will change the way you approach every part of your life. You will also feel a deeper sense of connection to your purpose. Even if you cannot fully define it yet, you will sense that your life has direction and meaning beyond the immediate challenges you face. That awareness will give you the strength to continue moving forward even when the path is not completely visible. You will understand that you do not need to see the entire journey at once. You only need to take the next step with faith.